Hey team, Murray from MBM, continuing our series of COVID-proof lesson plans. And these will come out gradually, simply because I can't think of lots of things to do. Alright, we covered boom whackers, we've covered composition. Whew. What happens to your percussion section at this time? You can certainly use them. There's no restriction at all on percussion. And there's no indication that percussion is a problem. But why should your drummers be able to do exactly what they're doing when your poor old trumpet player has to sit there and suck his thumb? It doesn't make sense. So you work as a class activity. Now we're starting to put things together, however. You may use some of your members on boom whackers, some of your members on percussion. Some of your members have written, they can practice their conducting techniques. We'll have some conducting videos later on in the series maybe. It's really important that we're inclusive. It's really important that no child feels that they're not being appreciated or respected in this time. One of the things I've found with a lot of kids is they feel that the reason that we're not doing it is because they've done something wrong. Reassure them. Of course they haven't. We don't know the rulings. All we can do is make things fun and exciting and keep that energy up so that when we're allowed to finally do what we can do and do what we're best at, those kids are excited to come in. It also helps if we can tailor some of our music that we're doing with boom whackers and things into playing properly, should I say. One of the cheapest ways, one of the simplest ways that I found to work on rhythm is a good old bucket drum. We don't need real sticks. If you've got real sticks, fantastic. I use 2 bits of dowel. Now, I went and made, I think, 32 pairs of drumsticks for around about $20. Okay, so all we did was we bought some lengths of dowel, we measured them off, a little bit shorter than real drumsticks, but that's so we got the best deal, and cut them off in the workshop, and suddenly we've got matchsticks. We've got them, not matchsticks, matched sticks. I also bought a car boot cover. It's rubber, it's easy, you can flop it on your knee, you can stick it on a table. You've suddenly got a practice pad. And you know, for $6 I made 45 of these. So it's not expensive, guys, and again, it's an educational expense, remember that. If we wanted to, you could go in for the whole bucket drums. Huge expensive drum for $1. Easy. They can sit the drum on the floor. I'm going to put it on my knee, between my knee like a djembe. You've got a surface. Now you can work with hand percussion. So if you're building it up, we might have 2 or 3 sections and we might have people going, there's your bass. We might use sticks and we can actually teach. You know, I mean, every kid that walks in wants to play the drum kit. Now's their chance. We can teach them paradiddles. We can teach them rolls. We can teach them drum rhythms. We can teach them to be a drum corps. When of course we can play our instruments. Imagine starting Star Wars with everyone playing you could do it. It's easy. This is so simple. And you know, use your method books. The end of the back pages of Essential Elements, which is the book that I use probably the most, has rhythm exercises in it. How awesome is it if you can get everybody to play them like this? It's cheap, it's creative, and you'll find that the kids will learn a different way of appreciating their music. And when we put it all together, use these concepts in your performance. Start thinking, well, I'm going to be doing the music, Peggy Sue, good old rock and roll from the 50s. What's the bass line of Peggy Sue? The bass drum sits there and goes, and the snare drum goes da 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 da, and the hi-hat goes. Now I don't have 3 arms to put it all together, but if we go suddenly we've got a drum kit playing. The kids love it, and it means they're actually working on rhythm. You can also do exercises such as subdivision of beats. So, you know, I mean, most kids, you go, right, count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play a note for 4 beats. 1, 2, what? 3, 4. Doesn't work, but you can actually have someone being a metronome and go, right, 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Minims. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crutches. Quavers. Triplets. Suddenly you're teaching rhythm. Suddenly your kids are picking up these concepts, and you relate them all back to when they can play. Say, look, this is the same. Music is the same. Written music doesn't change. The instrument doesn't change. It doesn't matter what you pick up. The music, again, the music is in you. So make it happen, make it happen. Have fun with it. And at the end of the day, encourage creativity in your students. It's what we can do, not what we can't. See you in the pit.